everyone. Welcome back to the other side of music. Today we have Craig Jamieson from Canada. Hi, Craig. How are you?
Hey, Robin, I'm great. Hello, everyone.
Good. So, thanks for coming on here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
My first question usually is about a name, but my first question for you tonight is you're in Canada. So, do you have a lot of snow already?
Oh yeah,
Really?
we live in igloos up here. Uh, yeah, no, it's especially because I live in London, Ontario, which is like 2 hours west of Toronto, and it's right smack in the middle of two lakes.
Oh,
So it's called a snow belt, and so we just get dumped on. Yeah, we get, like I was actually talking about this on another podcast. Like our snow removal is top notch. Yeah, we have the best snow removal I think in Canada that I've seen anyway. Because I go to other cities, like you go to Toronto, and they get like a freak snowstorm or something, and the whole city just shuts down. In my city, it's like that's nothing. That's just another day at work. So yeah, it's snowing. And crazy drivers out there. I drove past like three accidents today. Slow down, people. It's not worth it.
yeah,
You'll,
no.
you'll get there when you get there.
And hopefully in one piece, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
So, I've listened to your music, and I really like your new holiday songs. But tell the listeners about your style of music. Your style kind of encompasses a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I love music, and I grew up with a lot of influences. And I'm influenced by, I guess, the nostalgic, but I'm also influenced by the modern. So my style is very, yeah, nostalgic meets modern, I guess. So, and it leans on pop, like, pop hooks and pop infectiousness, I guess, I shoot for. But there's always kind of that hint of nostalgia, whether it's like leaning on kind of 80s synth wave to classic rock to singer songwriter folk. Um, yeah, it kind of goes all over the place. And when I set out to write a song, I just kind of let the song do what it does. I don't set out and say, okay, I'm going to write a top 40 pop song, or I'm going to write a folk song, or I'm going to write like I start with the lyrics and the melody, I tell the story, and then I'm like, okay, what kind of song does this need to be? And it kind of envelops that way.
Okay.
And the influences just kind of come out of me, and the song gets written. So
And
I,
how
I, I let it have a life of its own, kind of like I don't like try and control the process. I just let it be what it is. To an
well,
extent, I mean, once you're producing and stuff, obviously you get a little bit more granular, a little more intricate, a little more detailed. But like the song in its shell, yeah, it's usually pretty organic.
how long have you been doing this?
My God, all my life.
Oh, okay.
I had a guitar in my hand at 4 years old. So I grew up in a very musical household. My dad, he had a 60s rock band called Midlife Crisis, and the sound would emanate through the halls every Saturday, and I was drawn to it. I was drawn to those electric guitars and the pounding drums and the wailing vocals, and he used to take us to his union gigs, and it was always a lot of fun to be able to go and that's my dad, the rock star on stage, and stuff like that, right? And I grew up like he's from England, so I grew up on like the Beatles and Van Morrison and all these classic artists from that time. Um, and it was a very musical household because he was very musical. Eventually, my brother became very musical. He's a bass player. My sister is a vocalist. So we would have family jams like every like Christmases, Thanksgivings. Like we used to drive people crazy. Like they'd come over and we'd be like, "Let's get out the guitars," and like, "Oh man, not this again." So
You guys are like the who is it? The Partridge Family.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit, for sure. And we still do it. Like it drives my mom crazy, and especially because my mom and my dad are separated now, and
Hmm.
so it becomes like almost a usurp of like because we're like she thinks like she feels left out, right? Because she's not musical, And so like once we get the guitars out, and she feels like she almost gets jealous in the sense that we're like bonding with dad more and stuff like that because he is musical, and she finds like the attention kind of diverts that way, and yeah, so yeah, and it used to drive my ex-wife crazy too. Yeah, so well, it is what it is. It's in our bloodstream, right? It can't be denied.
It is what, yeah, you're right. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
so what? Okay, so you sent me some of those holiday songs. Which one is your favorite?
Oh, good question. I think I lead towards "Hurry Up Christmas" for me.
Okay.
Just because it's got that real, like I set out to write with that song. I set out to write something that's very like classically Christmas. Bing Crosby, Andy Williams, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé, like that very kind of crooner style classic type of Christmas. Um, and actually, that song was written before um, the EP was released like a year ago. And at the time, my artist name was Charlie Knight. And so I released it last year under Charlie Knight, and it got picked up by iHeartRadio. And I have a photo on my phone of it getting played in between Taylor Swift and Rihanna,
Oh, that's cool.
which is super cool, right? So it just kind of has that kind of like, good job, buddy, sort of vibe for me. So every time I hear it, it puts a smile on my face. Um, yeah, I think that's probably my favorite.
That's so cool. Now, how do your songs come to you? Do you like sit and think about it? Are you doing something and it just hits you?
No, they come in the moment, and they actually come super fast. And I'm not one that can put something down and walk away from it once I get started. So a good example of this is I don't know if you saw my TikTok, and but so I did this whole like Halloween anthology around my song Alice, and it got bloody. Like I basically, my daughter dressed up like this character and she murdered me on social media. Um, it was fun, right? Like I love '80s horror, and I created this character named Alice, who's like this psycho ex girlfriend, and she's like reminiscent of like Jason Voorhees and like Michael Myers and stuff like that. And I love horror. I love those and I love like those are like babysitter movies for a guy like me, right? And so I did this whole anthology around it. But a woman complained that it was too gory, and so and the video got like kind of, it didn't get taken down, but it got blanked out, and then it says like this video contains graphic content or whatever. So if you want to see it, hit the button, but it's, viewer discretion is advised or whatnot, right? So and I mean, you can have your own opinions on this, but it upset me in a way because I would, said like I'm not really a big fan of people censorshipping art and stuff like that, right? And so I wrote this, like I woke up, I was at like a girl's house, and I woke up in her bed, and I saw this was the first thing I saw on my phone, and it was like a woman, this person has complained about your video, it's been shut down, blah 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 blah, and I instantly opened my notepad and was like, just started writing my feelings out about this, right? And so, like within 5 minutes, I had lyrics, and it wasn't going to be a long song because it was just going to be like a minute 30 sort of TikTok thing. This was basically my rebuttal against this, and I called the song "You Suck, Karen," and and then I came home, I picked up my guitar, and I literally just like put on Smool, and I picked up my guitar, and I just started like chugging on the E chord because I wanted it to be kind of like a rock song, like sort of like, and then I just started singing the lyrics that I wrote and then it went, okay, so the E, then did the D, then did the B because it was in the key of E, and then before you knew it, like within 10 minutes I had a song, and then I posted it on TikTok, and it's pretty good song, like. Like I posted, and people were commenting like man, I really felt you on this one. Like I couldn't really feel like the What's you feeling on this one? I was like, yeah, I was pissed off, right?
Oh my gosh.
And so, yeah, but like, so my process is super quick. Like, I used to be a road warrior. I drive around a lot, like in sales. And so I would just sing in the car constantly, a cappella. And once I had an idea, I'd kind of like, I'd sing and then lyrics would start to come. And melodies would start to come, and it would all kind of, and then I'd find myself like pulling over to the side of the highway, and again on my phone notepad, just like jotting down the story. And then as soon as I got a chance to get to my guitar or piano or get in the studio or something like that, then I would start building the song around this story and this lyrics and these melodies, which is pretty interesting because a lot of songwriters do it differently. A lot of songwriters, and I've done it that way too, but that's not like my core process. They'll create a vibe first, right? Like they'll get a loop, like a drum loop or a guitar riff that they like or something like that, right? One of my idols is Ryan Tedder from One Republic, and I took this Monday course where he walked us through 3 days of how he writes songs, and there was like homework, but we followed along, but then we wrote our own songs. I did it with my producer buddy Jordan, and then we submitted songs for Ryan Tedder to listen to or for his team to listen to or whatever, right? And like, yeah, again, his process was the music came first. It was always about the vibe, a guitar riff, the drums, and then he would get on the mic and he would start freestyling and riffing, and then lyrics and melodies would come. And I've seen a lot of artists do this, like 24K Golden, right? There's a beat, and the guy literally was like yelping into a microphone gibberish. And then the producer like, yeah, I like what you did there. That's a cool melody. We're gonna keep that. And then they would have like they would build these melodies of gibberish, and then the lyrics would come. And for me, that's weird because like what do we listen to mostly in songs? Melody and the story, right? So for me, and there's the beat, of course, like you bob in your head to how you bob, how you kind of your body actively moves to the music. And so I like to. For me, it's weird because if people are listening to the story and the melody mostly, that's for me. That's the part that needs to come out first. That's the part that needs to be strong, and then make the music. I mean, chords are chords. You can put chords wherever you want. If you put a vibe down first, you're kind of handcuffed to that vibe. If your vibe's in A minor, you got to sing in A minor, right? Whereas if you come up with the melody and the words first, and then you put the music around it, then I think the sky's the limits because you can do anything with chords, right? And keys and stuff like that, right? So anyway, that's kind of my process. But it's usually super quick because once I have an idea, I just go until it's done. I'm not one like I can't be like, okay, that's a great verse. I'm gonna go and think about it for a week and come back. No, it's not me. I can't do it. I can't do it that. Like sometimes I'll have an idea for a song and I'll put it on a notepad and maybe I'll come back to it if I'm really getting writer's block or stuck or something like that. But I find the best songs that I write are the ones where I'm like super energized in the moment and it just like pours out of me.
That's a good process.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack for a second. So for everyone that wants to hear, what's the name of the song? You Suck Hearing?
Yeah.
His TikTok is Craig here, I'll put his name back up here. It's CraigJamieson, right? On TikTok. So
Yeah.
I suggest I'll try and attach the song or link or something when I post this interview because
It's fun. It's like super organic because it was like it was just like how I felt that day, and I was like I had to get this out, and I thought I'd entertain people with it, and it came out so quick, and it's like super kind of just like real and organic, and I think that's what's kind of special about it. You may or may not agree with me calling out somebody online, but like it was just kind of what I had to do. So.
she called you
Um,
out, so you know.
True, yeah. Like it was just kind of a fun little nod, right? Like I hold no ill will, but it definitely inspired that. So it's kind of like it's this fun kind of '80s rock bop.
So, um, do you do you have any shows or
Yeah.
news? Okay, so tell me about your shows.
I got like 5 gigs booked. They're all pretty local.
Okay,
Um, so right now we're busily working on a Christmas charity concert. So I really believe in giving back through the arts. And one of my biggest causes is mental health because I went through that, and I don't want people to go through that alone. And I want to build supportive communities around that and resources and things like that, and use my music to empower that. That's one thing, and that's like an event that I have in April. But right now we're doing a Christmas charity concert. So to me, there's nothing sadder than a kid not having a present in Christmas. I'm a dad, and stuff like that, right? So we're putting together this sort of Christmas charity event. If you're local, it's gonna actually I can't tell you. It has a secret location, so we're doing this sort of thing where you have to like RSVP, and then like 3 days before the event, we're gonna give you the secret location.
Oh, that's
Um,
fun.
I got this idea. I was in Toronto watching. There was an Incubus concert in Toronto, and I went with this girl, and she's like, "I want to show you one of my favorite places." And so we ended up at this park, and it was like super remote. It was like in this industrial area, and it was beautiful. It was right on the water and everything, and but there was this DJ booth, and it was like all lit up, and this guy had his like the marshmallow type mask on, and then this other guy was like vibing out, and and they were doing their thing, and like curiosity got the better of me, and I'm a pretty like confident guy, like I don't mind walking up to people and saying yo, and so I was like, what are you guys doing? And like, oh man, we're throwing a rave. I was like, really? Yeah. He's like, oh, we do it all the time. We've got like a Facebook page and a website, and people are joined up to it, and then we just let them know where we're going to be any random time, and then people come out and party and dance. I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So then I had this idea of doing like the same kind of thing. There was this. So fast forward to October, we were doing family photos with my mom, and for Mother's Day, she was always complaining she didn't have good family photos. So we got her a family photo package, and so we're at this like park. It's called Springbank Gardens, and they have this bandstand. And I'm with my brother, and he has a band, and he's like, "What do you think would happen if we just like set up a band and we played?" Right? And I was like, probably nothing. Like, it's a public park or whatever. So then I was like, you know what? We should do it. Like we should just get a generator, and we should just have this like secret concert or whatever. But then it was like like I got my marketing team involved, and I have a partner and stuff like that. We're putting a lot of work and energy into it. I'm like, well, maybe we should do this legitimately. So anyway, so we found a good outdoor venue. We're still like going with the secret location vibe, like we were going to. And it's gonna start. It started this thing called like Craig Jamieson pop-ups, which is essentially like I'm gonna throw like seasonally. We'll start a secret concert every season, where it's going to be like that. It's like a mystery. It's hidden. There's going to be a secret location. You don't know where I'm going to pop up next, kind of thing. Kind of fun, right? So anyway, so the first one we're doing is a Christmas charity event. Looking to get some of my friends involved, some local artists. My partner Dave Carruthers, he's a comedian. He's a child author. So we got family fun entertainment, family comedy, story time. Got hot chocolate and candy cane for the kiddos. We're doing a toy drive, encouraging people to bring presents. We're also, if I can pull it together, I mean, it's 2 weeks away. I'm trying to get like a stocking stuffer Christmas market. I was trolling the market, and I met some contacts on this weekend. I'm going to go to some other markets, and set up a market where like people can sell their trinkets and stuff, and people can do some last minute shopping for Christmas, and then they would donate some of the proceeds back to like my thought was like the Salvation Armies, where they buy a Christmas dinner for the homeless. So put that money towards that or whatever. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be performing favorite time of the year for the first time live,
Okay.
which is going to be super cool. So that's the first gig, and then in January I'm playing at Bass Notes in St. Thomas. It's kind of a loungy vibe. Then I'm at Palisade Social Bowl, which is like one of the top tier venues here in London, for artists right now. So I was really happy to get that gig. And then in February I'm playing Peppermoon, and that's sort of a warm up because we're going to be back at Peppermoon on April 25th for our Dance and Laugh Away Depression event, this is all about raising money around mental health, creating community around mental health, and helping people get resources for mental health. And my partner, again, he's a comedian because he's in all these charity events with me. It was Dance Away Depression, but now it's Dance and Laugh Away Depression because we're going to bring comedians into the mix now. And so we're going to have live cover bands that do originals and stuff, and like they'll play a 45-minute set, and then a comedian will come up for 15 minutes while the band takes a break, and so on and so on through the night. And we're going to have lots of fun games and uh, door prizes and a silent auction, and it's all going towards mental health. Mind Your Mind is the organization that I'm working with, and they provide youth resources for mental health. They have an app
Okay.
that helps provide resources. And again, I'm a dad, so we got to take care of our kids, and it's so brutal out there now, right? With
Yes.
cyberbullying
It's
and
tough.
everything that's going on, right? So that's something that's really near and dear to my heart. And like I said, I went through mental health. Like I don't know if you've heard my song "Come Around," but that's about my story with mental health problems. And in my early 20s, I started getting these crippling panic attacks. I
Oh,
couldn't go to the movies. I couldn't go to a concert without like getting crazy agoraphobia and having to run out of there and thinking I'm having a heart attack. And it was something I had to manage on my own because back then there was some stigma around it, especially men, because like men, they gotta have it together. Like that's the stigma, right? And so, I mean, I finally got help with doctors and stuff like that. But my buddies would just be like, "Dude, chill out. You're fine."
mm,
Meanwhile, like I'm checking myself into the hospital because I think I'm having a heart attack, right?
yeah.
Like that's how powerful these things can be, and when you don't understand them, it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, I think what you're doing is wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Very kind.
I try to be a good person.
Well, it sounds like it so far. Let's keep interviewing and see what we find out. No.
Yeah, don't dig. Yeah, try not to dig too deep for the skeletons, and it might scare you.
No, 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 I don't do that. Um,
Oh,
so, I've been to Canada, but it's been a long time. What is your favorite food out there?
like Canadian food, or just my favorite food in general?
Mm, let's do both.
Okay. Canadian food, I think I'd probably have to go with Hawaiian pizza. So,
Okay.
interesting story. Hawaiian pizza was invented in Chatham, Ontario, which is a little town like an hour east of here.
Okay.
No, no, west, west of here. Yeah, a little pizzeria decided, hey, let's put pineapple and ham on a pizza, and boom, Hawaiian pizza was invented. I love pineapple on pizza. I'm one of those weirdos that likes pineapple on
No,
pizza.
I like it too. But yeah,
Yeah.
people think,
It's always a big debate, right? Like, oh, you like pineapple on your pizza? Like, what? You don't like pineapple on your pizza?
yeah.
So, yeah, I would say, yeah, because that's truly Canadian. Hawaiian pizza was made in Canada, invented in Canada.
Oh, I did not know that.
Can't go wrong with a good poutine too, you know. But I try not to eat that stuff a lot. Keep my girlish figure. Favorite food in general is Indian food. I love curry, love it.
Yeah, yeah. Indian
Yeah,
food's great. There's a restaurant out here not too far from my house that we love.
yeah.
Um,
Like a
uh,
chicken tikka masala with garlic naan bread and rice.
so you could live it up. Indian food, Hawaiian pizza,
Yeah,
quite a variety.
I love food. I mean, yeah, it's I'm a foodie for sure. Another one of my favorites is like Ethiopian. You ever had Ethiopian food?
I have. A long time ago,
Yeah.
but I've had it. Yeah.
It's kind of like curry, but it's fun because you eat with your hands.
Uh-huh.
I'm reminded of like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom when they fed him that like weird platter and they're like, eat it. And he's like, what is it? And whatever. But it's like that, right? You eat it with your hands. And
Yep.
they have that bread called anja bread, I think it's called. And it's like a spongy
Hmm.
bread. It's sort of sourdoughy. And then you just like, you peel off a piece and you just, and there's all these different curries, like veggie curries and meat curries and stuff. Yeah, that's really yummy.
That's a fun meal too.
Yeah.
'Cause you get to
Yeah,
eat it.
it's a fun meal in the sense that like it's interesting, right? Like there's something like really kind of visceral and romantic about eating with your hands too. Yeah,
Romantic.
a little bit, yeah. You know, like it's intimate, right? It's like I don't know. There's something, or maybe even medieval, or kind of caveman-y, like especially like
Caveman.
biting like a giant turkey leg or something like meat on the bone is very caveman-y. But yeah, I find like eating with your hands. It's like you ever go to medieval times? Do they have those in the U.S.?
Yeah, Renaissance fairs.
Okay. Well, there's a place in Toronto, in Canada here called, and it's like that, but it's like a show.
Hmm.
So it's the knights and they joust and they're fighting for the princess's honor, and this whole show, this whole thing, and you get to call the waitresses or wenches, And you know what I mean? So because they're doing this whole like medieval vibe, right? And so you call you're like, "Hey, wench, bring me another drink," and then they bring you like turkey legs on bones and you soup, and you drink it out of like a metal mug, and yeah, and it's just like you just feel like you know,
My daughter and I went to a Renaissance fair this year, and
yeah,
we went specifically for the turkey legs. Like we
oh
saw
yeah,
all the jousting and everything, but we were just walking around eating our turkey legs.
food is so good. The food is
Yeah.
so good. There's a Renaissance fair in a little town called Dorchester that we took our kids to, and they had this British. It's always there. It's like a food truck, but it's British food, and I'm English, so and it's like steak and kidney pies and stews and bread bowls and stuff like that, right? Like very like kind of UK food. It's so good, so good. Yeah,
That's interesting. I'd like to
yeah,
try that.
yeah. It's good. It's very like like comfort food, mashed potatoes and gravy and stew and you know chicken pot pies and steak and kidney pies and stuff like that. Very very comfort food type.
Hmm,
Yeah.
cool.
And it's usually cold, so it's kind of nice. It's like a warm kind of comfort food. So yeah, it's so good.
Oh, at first I thought you meant the food was usually cold.
No, no, yeah, it's usually cold around the Renaissance fair time.
Now, where what do you want to do with your music? Like in the future? Like do you want to get bigger? Do you want to kind of keep it like what are your thoughts?
Sky's the limit.
Okay.
I feel like I'm meant to be something with this, and I just need to find the right audience. I've always felt that way. I could be kidding myself. I mean, we're always our own biggest fans. But I was in a very kind of like, let's call it a suffocating relationship.
Mhm.
And I wasn't able to live my dreams. I wasn't able to be me. I wasn't, and so I'm free. And now it's like I'm just taking huge bites out of that apple. Like I just want it. I just want it. I'm going at like I'm only like 8 months young into this
Mhm.
because I've done music all my life, and I had a couple good runs, and when things were really going well for me, I got married and had kids, which is fine. Like I love my daughters; they're amazing kids, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it does stifle certain things also, right? And so now my kids are kind of old enough that they're. I mean, I still need to take care of them, but they're old enough that they're somewhat independent. I'm on my own. I'm living on my own. I got my studio in the basement. Like, the world's my oyster, essentially. So I'm going after it as hard as I can.
Well, so all the like the charity concerts and stuff you're having, you've only like 8 months into that?
Yep.
Wow. You really are going for it. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, it's fun though too. Like, cause it's so funny. Like, if you ask my friends, actually, let's look at it this way. If somebody was going to write something in my yearbook,
Mhm.
they would write most likely to be an event and party planner,
Oh, all right.
right? Like I have a real knack for it. I have a real knack for putting together events. I always have. I've always thrown themed parties, and I planned our wedding.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
because my wife was in school, my ex-wife was in school, and so she didn't. That was just like it wasn't her vibe, right?
Mhm.
That was funny because I became like you've heard of bridezillas. I became a groomzilla because I'm actually very metrosexual in that regard, and so I was getting like feisty over like the chair covers matching with the napkins and stuff, like that kind of stuff, right? I got talked off a ledge a few times. It's like my ex-wife was like, "We don't need purple napkins."
That's funny.
But yeah, I've always had a knack for planning. So it's fun. It's fun to put these events together, and I think it's a good way to kind of have control of your situation in the sense that because booking's tough. It like venues are very very like they're very cognizant of who they book because they don't want to pay an artist if they don't know that they're going to bring people through the door, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough. Like I even say, like when I go into a venue and I'm like, look, book me, I'll play for free. If you like me, then we can talk about you compensating me next time. Because I understand as artists, as original artists, or even if you're playing covers, and London's very saturated with cover bands, and they'll have residences and stuff like that, right? And so I have a cover repertoire, and I thought we got to play covers because that's the way we're going to get out there, and then we throw in the originals and stuff like that. That's not that like that makes it really tough because like there's only so many cover bands, and then once a bar likes a cover band, they kind of set it like they get a residency, right? And it's really tough to kind of unseat them. So with the events, you control it. Like you know, as long as you get people that can work with you on a venue, and you can put everything in place, and then you can sell, and people will buy tickets and stuff like that. Then it becomes, and it's more about like putting on a show, like putting on an event,
Yep.
doing something kind of grandiose versus just showing up at a bar and playing 3 45-minute sets, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I find bars are like super gun shy about like bringing new artists into the fray. And it's about the numbers. Like like I said, I'm 8 months young. My socials don't aren't my TikTok's okay, but like I think I've got like 44, 34, 44 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like it's and they look at that stuff, right? Because it's all out there. It's under a microscope. You're like, hey, I'm awesome. You should book me. Well, you say you're awesome, but you have 34 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, but well, first of all, I'm not glad to hear, but I am glad to hear that booking's difficult there too, because it is a nightmare here.
Yeah.
Nightmare. To the point that I've changed the style of how I do things. Um,
Are you an artist too?
no, no,
Okay.
I am not. I,
You book for other artists?
um, but I have an agency. So,
Okay.
I was doing booking, but it was just such a nightmare. It was like the bane of my existence. It was awful.
Yeah.
So I changed it to where like I represent the artist. So artists can come to me and be like, "Hey, I saw this place that I want to play at." Then I'll contact that place or research or whatever. If I see opportunities come up, I reach out and let them know. And do all the legwork so I can give them all the details. The cold calling places, um, I've kind of backed off from that because it is just, it is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
Hard's not the word. I don't mind doing hard things, but it's just ridiculous. So, but I also throw events.
Well, and the other thing is too, like that email that you send is like it's a needle in a haystack, right?
Yep.
Because there's like 2,000 other agents, bands, whatever, going after that same little piece of pie,
Yep.
right? Like, and so it's really tough to get noticed, I guess.
Yeah. And then they say I don't check my emails. Text me. So then you text them, and they still don't answer. It's like,
And let's be honest, like people in general, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, like we're selfish. Human beings are selfish. People will only do things typically when it benefits themselves.
so I go about it the other way. But I do agree with you on when you throw events, you have the control because that's how I've been able to. I do showcases sometimes, um, and it's been a lot easier doing it that way than trying to call and book and yeah. So it's a universal problem. It's good to know.
Yeah, and honestly, when you have a fan base, it's not that hard, right? Like you just you have a few venues that you partner up with, and and yeah, and you just do it. You just throw
Yeah.
events.
I also say to venues sometimes when they're like, oh, like you said, with their followings, not do they have a big following? I try and say as nice as I can. I'm like, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones. Nobody knew who in the world these guys were, but somebody gave them a shot. And I said, you don't know who you're telling no to, give them a shot.
Exactly. It's
Call me a
social
messenger.
media, Robin.
Huh?
It's social media.
It is.
Your whole thing. You're under a microscope, and we as artists we have to be on social media. Like we can't not be on social
Yeah.
media, right? I don't love social media, but I play the game because you have to. I'm having fun with it because with the videos that I create and stuff like that, it speaks to my creative sort of side. It allows me to let like my personality come out, and I have the mentality of you either love me or hate me. I'm just going to do my thing, and because like I'm YOLO, right? Like I only have one life to live, so. But they can, like I said, it's under a microscope, right? They can be like, oh well, you only have 34 subscribers on YouTube. You're not going to bring people into my bar,
That's
right?
true.
But the other thing is, you can bring people into the bar, right? Like have some food specials, like whatever, like that you
Oh,
don't
I've
rely
done.
on artists just to bring. And then if you get people coming to your bar, well, then you want to entertain your patrons. You know what I mean? So then you want to,
I
and that's the
I
thing.
I have
I'm
said that
a
too.
wildly entertaining person. If you book me, everyone's gonna have an amazing time. Like I know that 100%.
Yeah. That's
But it's
Now,
tough to convince
I've
people.
mentioned that too. I've said, when they're like, "Well, does this person or does this band have a draw?" I'm like, "Yeah, but do you have a draw?" And they go real quiet, and I'm like, "I mean, on a Wednesday night at 7 p.m., like, do you have a crowd there, or
Yeah,
you
it goes
gotta?"
both.
It's
It
like
goes.
you gotta have a
It's a
crowd too.
partnership. And then like my experience too, and I hope there aren't like many bar owners listening or whatever, but like you gotta participate. Like put up flyers, like put stuff out on social media. Like it's a partnership. It's a collaboration.
Yeah,
I think that the venue owners think that they have all the power because they're just like, please, please, can I play your bar? Please, please, please. And I'm like, well, yeah, sure. But you are responsible for bringing all the people out. You are responsible for making sure everyone buys drinks and food.
yeah,
It's all on you, right? I'd love to get to a point where it's like venues are asking me to play, and they're like, so why should Craig Jamieson play your bar?
right. I think that is every artist's dream come true. You can sit back and be like, "Email me."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Man, I was checking out your Facebook page, and you guys only have like 1,000 followers,
Yeah, exactly.
and I'm not really big on your specials.
Yeah. One day, goals, right?
Yeah.
uh, um,
They like that's like my mind goes because I'm in sales, and like I'd love one day where we could just like treat the customers the way they treat us, right? Like almost have like that kind of like I think a Groundhog Day where no matter like with Bill Murray, like doesn't matter what you do,
mhm.
the next day is going to be the same, so you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. Dream.
Yeah, yeah, it's a fantasy for sure.
So, your videos, do you create the videos? You said you have a producer. But do you like create the videos, the animation and stuff, or does somebody else do it?
So the Give It Up for the Owls, it was me.
Okay.
That's a funny one too. So have you seen that video?
Yeah, I was watching it before we started tonight.
It's super cute, right?
Hmm.
I'm getting so much flack on social media for that video. People are calling it AI slop and all this type of stuff. And it's all these haters, AI haters, like because people are afraid of AI, right? They think that it's going to take their jobs and all this type of stuff. And sorry, it's here. Like if you don't
It
embrace AI,
is.
you're going to
Every
be a dinosaur. I'm in technology, and it's the biggest disruptor in our world since the internet.
Yes, because AI just popped. Like, I mean, I'm big into tech and stuff, so I've been reading all the about AI. It's coming, da da da. But it literally was like one morning you just woke up, and it was on everything,
Yeah,
everything, and it was you know on it's literally everywhere now, and I'm like, well, there it is. I mean,
you can either embrace it or you can just get left behind. But what the craziest thing about it is, and I get it because like I don't know if you ever heard of obscure vinyl. We'll go back there in a second. But
okay.
people think the song is AI.
Oh,
They're accusing me for just posting a video that was like completely audio, video, everything was created by AI. And so I've got a live performance that I did with Laura. I just got to polish up a vocal in the studio. And then I'm actually going to be doing like an acoustic performance. And I'm going to be like, AI this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, tell me this is AI. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Like, it's just people, man. They're just weird.
Yeah, I've been watching another artist. Um, he's like he's kind of going through the same thing. He uses AI, as a tool. He doesn't. He still sings all his own stuff and all that stuff. But like people, there are a couple people that are like really like trying to crush him. And this guy's pretty big, and he's like, what's the deal? And he goes, I use AI as a tool. He goes, I think you should. It's there. And he's like, but I sing all my own stuff. I write all my own stuff. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like going after him. It's like, calm down. Like,
Yeah. Trolls. Like I called. I even did a video about trolls. Like I called them out on TikTok. I was like, I don't get you people. Like, why do you want to put people down? Like, I get it. Like, we're artists. Like, we put stuff up. We're subject to criticism. I get it. But really, like, think about your words. Like, I'm a pretty thick-skinned individual. But like, what if like what you said like turns somebody into a super negative person, and then they go out into the world and they're super negative to somebody else, and then that person's super negative to somebody else, and it just creates this chain of negativity,
yeah,
right? And it's like it's better to bring people up than to bring them down. You don't like their music, fine. Say I like your hat, or you know what, your sweater in that video was cool, or what. Don't even freaking comment. Like, go on with your life, right? But they're just like little trolls hiding behind their keyboards, and you're like, you know what? I'd be like, say that to my face.
right. If they had to say it to your face,
Hear my
that's the
music
first thing.
shit to my face. Tell me that I'm an AI music person to my. You know what I mean? Like this one chick said, "Shit out my ass." That's
Oh,
what she said about the Give It Up for the L's video. Shit out my ass. That's what she
wow.
said. I'm like,
Because
what's the
she probably can't do anything creative anyway. So,
what are you so angry about?
right.
I went to this. I went to Portugal the Man concert, and they live. You know Portugal the Man, like. Ooh, I'm a rebel, just a
Oh yeah, yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so they live like way up north in Canada with the like near the like the native Inuit people, and so they become like immersed in their culture and stuff like that, right? So they brought this woman, this friend of theirs, who's been around the block. Like she was an older woman, like middle aged, mid to old, probably 50s, 60s anyway. And they brought her on tour, and they cut and this is all around like truth and reconciliation and stuff like that, and they gave her the opportunity to kind of talk about her heritage and her people and things, and she's a super positive lady, she's actually a great public speaker, and she said something that was always resonated with me, and it's like, if somebody has a problem with you, it's their problem, it's not your problem. And that's it. When someone's saying shit like shit out my ass, I wonder, you know, like, what is your problem? Do you have no friends? Do you not have a boyfriend? Like, whatever it might be. Like, why do you feel like you need to attack somebody?
Yeah, people can be pretty crappy, to say the least.
But only behind keyboards,
Yeah,
because when it comes nose to nose, they're gonna shy away.
yeah,
Most people. Most people. I mean, there's some dicks out there, but most people wouldn't even like, they wouldn't think about it. The internet is just given this like this almost like false sense of bravery, where people think they can say whatever they want.
yeah, yeah.
And I just hope that they realize like what the potential repercussions of that is.
I don't think they do. Well, they probably do. They probably don't care because they figure nothing will ever happen.
Yeah.
But
But the point is, Give It Up for the Elves is real. I recorded that song in a studio, and I made the video with AI using a software called Lyric.edit. But I pulled a fucking all-nighter to make that video.
oh,
Because people think that you go, hey, AI, give me an Elves video, and boom, it's done.
oh
No,
yeah, it's not.
it's prompting. You have to tell the software everything to do. And
Yeah.
it doesn't always get it right. So you have to be like, okay, yeah, that works. But then you work with AI, right? Which is why AI will never take over the world because they need you to set them straight. Because it's not there in the fact that they know everything, but some people think that it is because it's doing some incredible things. Like I don't know if you've seen the Sora videos with like Mr. Rogers and he's hanging out with like Easy E and
Yeah.
yeah, like it's crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
I use this application called Parrot.
Hmm.
It's on, and the fact that this application is even allowed to be in the world is insane to me, because what it's called Parrot, and you can take any celebrity
Hmm.
and you can make that celebrity say whatever you want,
Oh, that's a
and
little
then
scary.
you can post the video. So I was playing with this one night and I posted a few videos for jokes, and I said, "This is AI. I can't believe they let me do this stuff. Ha 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 ha." And so Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
So there's this video where it's like, I'm Mr. Beast, and have I got a challenge for you? I challenge anyone not to like Craig Jamison's music. Yeah, 'cause he's always doing challenges, and it's like the person who wins this challenge has no taste.
Uh,
And it's so good. Like I showed it to my kids, and my kids watch Mr. Beast on YouTube. My youngest does for sure. And I showed, she's like, "Oh my god, do you know Mr. Beast? Did you get him to do that video for you? That's crazy." And I was like, "No, it's just AI."
but that's a pretty good AI video, though, right?
Wild. It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Um,
AI
but
takes a lot of work.
to answer your question, it's a team effort. It depends. Like I have a video promo team, so they're coming over on Saturday. We're gonna shoot some live cuts. I'm doing a Give It Up for the Elves promo video too. It's a surprise. And yeah, and so there's those. But then yeah, I do my stuff at home. I do funny stuff too. Like I just like it's in the moment kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Like there's one video that I'm always singing to myself. Like my life is a musical. Like I'm living in a Disney movie. And so I was having this frustrating morning with my kids, and all of a sudden I just started singing, "I cannot keep my head attached to my neck," right? "I'm losing my mind," and then I like literally wrote a song, like an operatic type of song, and then I posted it, and just me like, and it was like point of view. You're losing your mind trying to get your kids to school, and suddenly your life breaks into a musical. Hashtag
Yeah.
Disney or whatever, right? Like, just like fun kind of stuff in the moment. There's that kind of stuff, and then there's big production stuff like my video Honey was shot by my friend DZita. He's a great cinematographer. No AI. That was done old school. We had such a fun time with that video. It was so fun. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's kind of like an 80s. It's like an 80s rom com um, to the song. A nice nod to love who you want to love at the end too. That kind of came out organically in shooting. I was like, it'd be hilarious to end this, and yeah, and it became part of the video. So yeah, we had a ton of fun shooting that.
Nice. You definitely stay busy. I have another question. Give me a fun. Tell us. And when I say us, my huge audience. A fun fact.
About me,
A fun fact about you that many people might not know, for starters.
my brain just went to the weirdest thing.
Uh-oh.
It's not even that fun. It's not even that cool. Let me think about this. A fun fact. So I'm I'm becoming an actor.
Oh, okay.
I've taken on an acting agent as well, so I'm actually going to be doing some acting. This kind of spawned from that Alice anthology that I did.
Uh-huh.
And there was one video where I did like the Blair Witch thing, where I was like in the corner of my basement. I splashed water all over myself, like I looked like I was crying and sweating and stuff like that. And it was so cringy and real that like 40 people reached out to me and they were like, "Are you okay?" And then there was like comments going on like, no, 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 I think he's okay. Like I think he's just promoting his music. Wait, I don't know, is he? I don't know, is he okay? And it was like this whole thing. And then I was like, I guess I can act. And I've been in some musical theater performances too. I was in this musical theater performance called Time Warp, where we it was more like dance and song. It was like all the best rock musical songs, and it was this whole yeah anthology with all the rock opera songs. And I had a solo in it. I did. You ever seen Once?
Yes.
When your mind's made up. That song? Yeah, that was my solo. So, and my daughter, she's an actor. She's in the London Theatre Co-op at Ridgehill Kids, the main cast. So she inspires me. She's actually going to be using the same agent too. So we're going to be going down this journey together. Who knows what will come of it, but it'll be fun. The other thought I had, I'll just say it because it was weird. I have a birthmark on my left thigh. It's like a brown blotch. I always forget about it, and then people like point it out to me when they see my legs, and they're like, "Oh, you have a birthmark." Like especially if I'm like intimate with somebody, and yeah, it was weird. Like I always got made fun of it in school. They'd call me like poop leg and stuff like that, and I don't know why that popped in my head, but it's just like it's all, like that is like a very like deep intimate secret. Like it's hidden in my pants. This so.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been a very entertaining and fun interview.
I'm glad. I
Yeah.
live to entertain. I think that's like my thing. I think I'm drawn to like videos and acting and music and putting on events and stuff. I get a lot of joy out of entertaining people. So
Yeah.
I hope people appreciate it, you know. And like I said, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to keep doing my thing. And if you like it, if you know, if you're listening, you follow my stuff, say hello. You know,
Yeah.
I love meeting people. I love hearing people's stories, and you know, I'm doing this thing on TikTok too, like giving like you know, I'm asking people if they have a cover song they want me to perform for them or anything like that. Let me know, and I'll perform it for you and put it online. It'll be a special dedication to just you.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've been doing that over the Christmas holidays. I've had a few dedications. Uh, this one person requested oh, what's it called? Naughty or Nice
Mhm.
by Tom Cardy. You know that song?
Mhm.
Naughty or nice, naughty or nice. Someone requested that. I never heard it before. It was like a weird song to cover, but I covered it. I did my version of it,
Well, hey,
and
you know,
it was so fun. That was a hard one because it's like it's rappy, so like learning the lyrics and having to spit it out and play the guitar and everything. It was crazy, but I got it done finally.
hey,
And then I
you
did
know,
a girl named Allie wanted some Benson Boone, so I did some Benson Boone for her. Yeah, so like I'm at your disposal, people. You know, if you want to hear something,
okay,
I've got a pretty good range. There's not much I can't sing.
okay,
Um, so
yeah. Hey, however it works for
Bohemian
you.
Rhapsody might not go so well, but I'll try.
Say that again.
I said Bohemian Rhapsody might not go so well, but I'll try.
I charge extra for that. All right. Well, tell people how they can find you on social media, and and is your music everywhere, like streaming?
Yeah, I mean, Google Craig Jamieson, you'll find me. But yeah, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I've got a website, craigjameson.ca, which has all my links, all my shows, everything, and all there.
Okay.
Um, my merch store, quick plug. I've got to give it up for the Elves merch line. Some sweet hoodies and toques and a shot like a rocks glass.
Oh, that's cool.
Christmas ornaments, candles. It's like this whole Christmas festive with the give it up for the elves. Because I created this character, right? Like from the AI videos,
Mhm.
the elf me. You probably can see that that's me as an elf. And these characters are larger than life, so I was like, I got to put them on shirts and hoodies and stuff. So it's good stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. Um, yeah, if you're looking for a new sweet hoodie for the winter and you like elves, I got you.
All right. I'll have to take a look at it. I still need some Christmas gifts.
Use promo code Craig Jameson VIP.
Craig Jamison VIP. Okay. I'll write that
C, capital J. There's a really sweet cardigan too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took like Laura and I's elf characters and like put them on like I weave them into like a knitted sweater,
Oh,
and it's kind of like it looks like a painting almost. It's dope. I ordered all this stuff. Like I'm gonna do an unboxing, and I need it for like merch tables and stuff. But like I want it. Like I'm gonna be rocking it, especially that cardigan. I'm so excited about that cardigan.
that sounds really
Because
cool.
when I think about me is I'm like clothes. Forget about it. Like I love clothes. I'm you should see my closet.
Yeah, I've been crocheting, so I've
Oh, cool.
crocheted a ton of hats. I don't know what I'm gonna do,
Nice.
but I have them.
Like
They're all
beanies?
different. Hmm?
Like
Some are
beanies? Or...
beanies, some have the pom poms,
Oh,
some
cool.
are a little longer in the back, some are like, um, well, maybe like one or two, maybe one is almost like a winter bucket hat. You know, it's like extra large, so it definitely keeps your whole head and ears warm. Yeah.
I'd buy one. I love that hippie stuff. I just bought a crochet hat from Magpies. Actually, they're going to be collaborating with us on some of these events, and they make crochet hats. And it's kind of like a crochet tilby. You know what
Okay.
tilby is? It's like kind of a fedora, but it's got the smaller brim.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, yeah. You can actually have, I'm doing I'm releasing a song called Everybody Else, and I'm doing like behind the scenes live studio stuff, and I'm wearing that hat in a lot of it.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to send you pictures of my crochet hats.
Anybody else, not everybody else. Anybody else.
But
Yeah. And I did a crazy photo shoot for that song.
oh, did you?
That's a surprise, though.
You have a lot of surprises coming.
Yeah, a
We'll have to
lot.
keep an eye on you. All right. Well,
I
good.
honestly think that these photos are just gonna take the internet by storm.
Well, good. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Um, is
I
there
have funny
anything
stories
else?
about that
Oh,
too. What's that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I have funny stories about that too. We can save that for next time, though.
Yeah, definitely come back on here another time.
Once you see the photos, you'll appreciate the story more.
Okay. Well, let me know. Send me a message and let me know when the photos are up.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, good. Good. Well, is there anything else you wanted to add into the interview?
I guess I just want to say, it's Christmas and it's holiday season, and take care of each other. Be kind.
Yes,
Try and put yourself in other people's shoes. You
that
know,
would be nice.
I
That would
get
be
it's a
nice.
hustle bustle. We all got shit on the go, but we're all human beings, and we got to live in this crazy world together. And harmony. Let's have some harmony.
That is a nice wish. That's a very good wish.
Yeah.
So, I
And listen to Give It Up for the Elves.
yeah, give
It'll
it
be
up.
in your it'll be in your favorite party Christmas song.
All right.
Laura's outstanding on that song too.
Well, thank you for coming on here. This was a lot of fun.
It was so fun. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like anytime. Thank you so
Um,
much for having me. Oh, and I would like to say, and I say this to all of you guys, you independent podcasters and stuff like that. You guys give people like me a voice, right? Like we struggle. Independent musicians struggle. We have to compete with Taylor Swift. We have to compete with Ed Sheeran. It's a level playing field now, right? Because of digital audio workstations and the fact that the music business has changed to streaming and music really has no monetary value and all this type of stuff. So we're all on the same playing field. So we have to compete with those people. And some people won't give us the time of day, but people like Robin Stanton and other friends I made along the way, they believe in independent music and they believe in giving people a chance. And to me, that like really warms my heart because you give people like me a platform.
well, thank you.
Um, so keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, keep rocking, and keep doing your thing because it really means a lot to independent musicians, I'm sure.
Oh, well, good. That's good to hear. I read a staggering statistic the other night. I think it's some. I'll have to look at it again, but I think it's something like Spotify has. Oh, I don't know, something like 14.5 million podcasts, and I thought, I'm like, am I even a blip in that 14.5? But you know what? People do watch. I like talking to independent artists, comedians, people in the entertainment field. It's
Yeah.
fun, and people need to hear you guys more.
And it's obviously your passion, right? Live your passion. Like I think if you wake up, I wake up every day now with like a huge smile on my face because I know that I'm going to make the most out of every day and I'm going to live my passion. And I didn't used to. I didn't used to wake up every day with a smile on my face. I've got a new lease on life, and I will say to anybody, if you have a passion, live it. Live your dream. Even if you to me, it's about the journey, not the destination. When you're living your dream, chances are you won't get there. Will I ever play Wembley Stadium? Probably not, right? But I'm damn sure gonna try,
Right.
and I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it.
That's a very good out. Yeah, that's a good outlook. And you are the third or fourth person I've interviewed this week that has said almost that exact same thing. It's if you have passion for it, just keep going.
When it stops being like when it becomes work, when you're not having fun, when it's stressing you to no end, then I think maybe you kind of recalibrate. And I've been there too, but right now I'm loving the ride. Got a lot of good things going on, and I'm just enjoying it. So I'm gonna keep living my dream.
Good. Keep doing it. Send me those photos when they're ready.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right. Well, thank you, and I'll have this posted in a few days. Of course, I'll email you the links and everything when they're ready,
Yeah, yeah.
and then clips and stuff.
Are you? I think we only connected through emails, so we should maybe connect on socials so I can tag you on stuff.
I think I'm following you on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll find you.
Facebook? I'll have to look.
I'll find you.
Yeah, but I think I followed you on those
I
for when you
appreciate
sent
it.
your music over.
What's your favorite Craig Jamieson song?
Mm, I like the holiday one,
Yeah.
the video.
I
I
give it
like
up for
it.
the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
um, I really like that. And I didn't forget about those songs. They are going to go up on the radio station. I'm trying to collect a
Well,
few
thank
more
you.
holiday songs so I can have at least like a little holiday music half an hour or something. But so I'll let you know when they're up. It's going to have to be soon. I mean, it's kind of
I know.
close.
I realize it's December 3rd today. Like,
I know. So I gotta get moving on this a little bit faster. But yeah, they're definitely gonna go up. Um, and if you're the only holiday songs I have, that's totally fine too.
it's fine with me. It's all you need. It's all you need. Favorite time of the year on repeat. You're good to go.
Yep. Yep. All right,
maybe,
man.
maybe a little Michael Bublé in there, just for good measure. But
Uh, all right.
shout, shout outs to Michael. He's Canadian. Gotta love him.
Well, he's not an independent artist, so he can't be on the
No,
list.
he's not. He's not. He's not. There's some great like I don't want to take more of your time, but I was we did a Christmas holiday special with through Big Records, and so we had a bunch of Big Records. There's 4 or 5 of us on there. A few more people should have came, but they didn't. They were busy, unfortunately. And it was so cool because all these Big Records artists were showcasing their independent Christmas songs, and then we would talk about them. It was like a panel. We would talk about them, and it got into the stories and the nostalgia and the influences and all that, and just talking about Christmas and traditions. And we're actually going to be doing a Valentine's Day one. We're going to be and we're also going to be doing an anti-Valentine's Day one. So love songs and hate songs or breakup songs. So that's fun. But yeah, but I was blown away. I was blown away by the talent and because I know artists write Christmas songs. I know they do. Like it's a great market. But typically you only hear non-independent artists doing Christmas songs, and so it was really cool to hear these independent Christmas songs and to hear these stories and to see the presentation in the songs and how they came together and learn more about them and stuff like that. It was so cool. I wonder when they're going to post that. I should actually. I'm going to ping
Well,
Tara and see.
see if
Yeah,
anybody's
'cause
gonna send their stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a fun Christmas special. I think anybody would enjoy it, and kind of. But there was like, it was there's some real talent in Big Records. There was this guy Tim Steinrock, and he's actually he's been nominated for a Juno. I think he
Oh,
tours all around the world. He's kind of he reminds me a little bit of like ZZ Top meets like uh, who's the Ace of Spades, that band.
is
Anyway,
it?
you know what I mean? Like that vibe. Like he's got the beard, it's braided, and anyway, he's got this like Viking Christmas song, "Christmas in the North,"
Oh,
and it's so powerful because like I'm Canadian and he's Canadian. It's like Christmas in the North, and it's so epic. Anyway, shout outs to Tim Steiner, great musician and with big records, and but it was really cool. It was really cool to just hear everyone's kind of flavor like for Christmas. Like when you think about Christmas music, you think pop, Mariah Carey, you think crooner, Dean Martin, or whatever. But like, you can take any style. You can take any style of music, and you can turn it into a Christmas song,
yeah, that's true. You can.
which is really cool. That's kind of the power of music, right?
You can do anything with it.
Yeah.
Great. Well,
Well, I tried your ear off enough. Thanks for having me.
absolutely. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you for being on here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much, Robin.
Bye bye.
Keep doing your thing.
I will. You too.
Okay, bye.